Hey, what's up everybody? Joshua Casper back at you with Plugin Boutique, and today we're taking a quick look at Lifeline Expanse. It's a brand new plugin from a brand new manufacturer on pluginboutique.com called Excite Audio. Lifeline Expanse is an extensive and intuitive multi-effect that breathes life into any sound by adding character, space, and width. It does this by using intricate reamping techniques. Reamping is the process of taking an audio signal and playing it out in an environment. The signal is sent through amps, preamps, mics, and effects to add color, texture, and depth, and then it's re-recorded. Each one of the steps of that process makes a difference on the body, tone, and character of the final sound, and Lifeline Expanse gives you all of the steps of that process in one easy-to-use plugin. Now, this is going to be a very quick and general overview of this plugin. I do have a much longer, much more in-depth video already published on the channel, so make sure to check that out. I'll leave a link to it in the video description. So I figure the best way to show off Lifeline Expanse is to show you what it can do to a direct input guitar recording. So I've got this guitar that was recorded directly into a Focusrite interface with no effects. So we can take a dry, sort of dull sound, and with a few tweaks of Lifeline Expanse, we can make it sound like this. So I'm going to show you how to do that, and along the way, we'll learn a little bit about Lifeline Expanse. So we've got 5 different modules here: format, dirt, reamp, width, and space. Format is like digital distortion. Dirt is like analog, saturation, and distortion emulation. Reamp is where you set up your speakers and your microphones. Width is where you can push things out to the stereo field or make them mono. And then space is a reverb. Each one of these modules has 4 different algorithms inside of it. And the order of the processing can be changed just by simply clicking, dragging, and dropping. So let's jump into the reamp section because that's sort of the heart of Lifeline Expanse. So I've got 4 different algorithms to choose from. I'm going to go ahead and choose the cabinet just because we're working with a guitar and that's the one that seems most appropriate. And I'm going to slowly bring in the mix and listen to how it changes the character of this sound. So it's not doing too much there, and that's because we haven't adjusted the age and we haven't jumped into the advanced panel where we can actually adjust the different microphones. So right now, I'm blend 100% to the close mic, which is set to 0 centimeters, which is essentially the same thing we had when I went direct into the Focusrite. But what I can do is virtually take a microphone and move it away from the sound source. So the sound source is my cabinet, and I can take my microphone and move it away up to 2 meters away. So let's listen to what that sounds like. There is going to be some slurring happening as I move the parameter, and that's just because it's a time-based effect and it's happening in real time with no latency. So you're going to get that. Do you hear the difference there? Now we also have a second room microphone, and this one is from 3 meters up to 13 meters away. So let's go ahead and listen to that. I'm going to go ahead and swing my blend all the way over there. So you can really start to hear the room there. It's almost acting like a reverb. So the idea is to get a blend between the two. We can also activate a second speaker and find a nice blend between the 2 microphones. If you only want one, of course you only have to use one, but I tend to find heavier on the close mic, with the room mic a decent distance away. Let's just check out the other algorithms while we're here. So I'm really liking the cabinet, and I can turn on the multi-band processing here in the advanced panel, set my frequency crossover position while seeing the spectrum. and perhaps roll back on the effect on this lower end. We can also adjust the gain here as well just by clicking that button. Now, another really cool parameter to tweak inside of the reamp section, especially on something like a guitar, is this drive parameter. It's got a really nice character added to the signal with the drive there. We also have the ability to bass out, just in case we don't want to affect the subby end of whatever we're processing. And the next thing I want to do is just go ahead and add some reverb here. Again, we have 4 algorithms. Maybe the plate might work a little better. And inside of the advanced panel here, we have the duck feature, which is going to allow the dry signal to duck the wet signal until the dry signal stops. And the last thing I might do, I'm actually going to bypass the width here and the format. I'm just going to add some dirt using the tape saturation. And just roll back on the mix. So we've gone from that to a much warmer signal with a bigger body and more character. Let's listen to that in the context of the track. I think we can all agree it sounds much better. It sounds much more pleasant. It sounds like something I can listen to rather than just this dry, lifeless guitar direct input to my sound card. Now that's only scratching the surface of what's available inside of Lifeline Expanse. As I said, there is a much more in-depth video with many more audio examples in it on the channel already. So check the link in the video description if you want full details and see everything Lifeline Expanse has to offer. If you already want to check out the plugin, there's a link in the video description to the plugin on Plugin Boutique. As usual, I'm Joshua Casper. I hope you learned something, and I'll see you in the next video.